Hey guys, so just like we were talking about, I did talk to the structural engineer, and they said that if we were to come in here and skinny up this window significantly, basically get rid of one of the sashes and close this off. Let's see how wide is this supposed to be here? That we'd be able to significantly reduce the need for the hardy frames. So we could get by with a more standard um, foundation system and not have to put in those really deep foundations or those hardy frames that are showing up right now on the latest structural plans. So here's that front patio, and here are the big foundations and hardy frames. If we skinny up this window here to this much, we should be able to get by with a bigger shear wall between the door and the window here, and then again between the window and the wall corner, and we'll be able to omit these. Now, as we discussed, should that be the case, should you not have to do this work, then it's significantly more uh, plausible to be able to keep this existing patio that you plan on refinishing with the new tile anyways, so you can keep that. And if you're doing that, you also then have the ability to keep the existing front porch columns and just the existing walkway. So it's quite a significant amount of work that might be de-scoped. Now, as we also discussed, I think the best path forward for you is to proceed that route. I mean, this is going to save you, you know, multiple tens of thousands of dollars of work, which, as much as I love this entry feature, as much as I think it adds a lot of value, aesthetic value and curb appeal, I think it is, in the end, something that is unnecessary. You could certainly descope this, keep the existing posts, even though, again, I do think they're a bit too skinny in proportion. And I mean, I know this is certainly rough, but you get the idea. I mean, this would be just like it was before. Uh, Now, but again, like I was trying to say, we should, I think, proceed showing the new roof feature on the plans. That way, the inspector can be able to know what size the GC is supposed to be putting in here. Should you proceed with this? Should the inspector not agree with the structural engineer that the existing foundation is sufficient? When they really get down there and they start crawling around and doing the inspections, they might discover that the concrete's no good, that it's not up to code, that it's a disaster waiting to happen, and that you need to upgrade it as per the original structural plans here showing these hardy frames. If that's the case, with all the other demolition of the patio, you might as well be able to put that feature back in. So actually, let me do a quick screenshot here of this for you, just as a potential. Okay, and that will undo. Get back to where we were. So I think that's the best path forward. We're going to proceed showing the narrower window opening here, and keeping the entry feature, even though I know you're likely not to wind up building this. Um, just like the ADU, you're going to phase that in. I don't think the general contract or the city inspector is going to have any issue with this being cut from the budget. That's one thing to say we were planning on doing it, but then, we had to save some money, and so we decided to eliminate this feature, stick with the existing. The inspector should be okay with that. But again, if the inspector looks up here at the existing framing that's we're trying to keep, and he says, "Hey, that's dry rotted, or that needs to be replaced," you might have to do that in the end. So hopefully that explains a little bit better the strategy that we'll be employing. And so I'll get updated plans from BCA structural engineers. I'll get them to update this to show much more of this line here being simplified, but still keeping these new posts here should you want to build this. That way the inspector knows, okay, these need to be these F2.0 foundations. These need to be the 6x6 posts. And this is, of course, updated to show the narrower opening that we've changed during the design revisions. All right, guys, give me a call if there is any confusion on this. I'll be happy to walk through it with you in more detail. Bye-bye.